It's incredibly tempting to just jump on your bike and head out the door and enjoy the ride. Well, there is nothing wrong with that, unless, however, you want to get fitter and stronger. If that is the case, then you're going to need to add in some structure with some planned sessions.
And no matter how much time you have spent in the saddle, or indeed your level of riding ability, but having a session in place before you head out the door is definitely going to help you get the most out of it. So with that in mind, whether you are struggling for some inspiration or indeed you just don't know where to start, in this video we're going to give you 3 session ideas to help you get going. And please don't forget to let us know in the comment section below what you think of them.
Before we delve into the details of the sessions, well, they all will require a warm-up and a warm-down, which can easily be repeated for all of them. And if you've got a high-intensity session coming up, then the warm-up becomes even more vital. So you might need to extend it just to make sure you're fully ready to tackle that set.
Start off at a very easy intensity, just spinning your legs at a conversational pace, and stick to this for at least 15 to 20 minutes and gradually build, but still with the ability to talk comfortably. Once you're feeling adequately warm, put in a few short efforts to raise your heart rate and get you mentally prepared for what's ahead. Ride hard for 30 seconds and then pedal easy for 90 afterwards. Repeat this through 5 times. There should be a significant pace change in between those efforts. So then just take yourself another extra couple of minutes to let that heart rate settle back down, catch your breath, and then decide upon which session you're going to tackle.
Hill workouts are a brilliant way to get a decent workout in a short amount of time. They take you out of your comfort zone and really help you to build on your strength. You could see it as a functional gym workout in disguise.
Yeah, but we do realise that not everyone has ready access to the hills out on the roads. So you can replicate these sessions on the indoor trainer just as happily with the same session outcomes, so fear not. The session would be 8 to 10 times through of a set, including 2 minutes at a low cadence, somewhere around 65 to 70 RPM, followed by 1 minute easy spin at a higher cadence, around 80 to 90 RPM. Or you could split this into 4 or 5 sets through with 3 minutes of extra spinning before resuming the second half of the workout.
In the ideal world, you want to get outside and find an actual hill that you can really get stuck in and push yourself hard on. And then when you get to the top, you can easily turn around and use the descent as your recovery before you start the next rep.
Yeah, but as we already mentioned, if you don't live somewhere where there's hills close by, you can easily replicate this session on the indoor trainer or equally out on a nice flat section of a road too by choosing a lower gear that makes you push a much slower cadence, the same as you would replicate on a hill.
Having a weekly session that brings in an element of pace change is great for your training, and it helps keep your body guessing, especially if you've got a race around the corner, as it just starts to replicate a real-life race situation.
Yeah, now a really nice session that I found useful that was about 10 minutes long in total. Started off with some nice short, sharp surges to get the heart rate spiked and the lungs opened up, then into a more sustained race pace element too. And just as things are starting to get uncomfortable, you got your recovery back too.
So starting out with 20 seconds hard followed by 40 seconds easy, and repeat that 4 times through, and then lead straight into 3 minutes riding at your goal race pace followed by 3 minutes recovery to complete the block of work. And then, as with any workout, this can be repeated a number of times as you get fitter and stronger. So start with 2 to 3 sets and you can build up to 4 or 5. Intervals can sound a little bit daunting, but in reality, they're a great way to break up the monotony of a standard bike ride whilst adding valuable structure to your workout.
Yeah, and if you ask me, the beauty about intervals is that there's no real right or wrong way to do them. It's that old how long is a piece of string scenario. And personally speaking, I used to like approaching intervals over an extended period of time in the context of a bigger block of training, and each week gradually building up the duration of each block of work.
So with that in mind, start off with shorter intervals and equal portions of recovery, and you can progress this as the weeks go through. So for week 1, start with 8 sets of 2 minutes hard, 2 minutes easy. Week 2, 6 sets of 3 minutes hard, 2 minutes easy. Week 3, 5 sets of 4 minutes hard, 2 minutes easy. Week 4, do 3 sets of 8 minutes hard, 4 minutes easy, and then on week 5, do 2 sets of 12 minutes hard, 5 minutes easy. The great thing about these sessions is they can be done equally easily out on the road or adapted to the indoor trainer. There really is no right or wrong, it's purely down to personal preference.
Now, riding our bikes for the sake of riding our bikes is great fun, don't get us wrong. But by adding in the extra dynamic of some structured sessions like those that we've just talked about, it's definitely going to help you move your training up a level or two.
And it might not be your usual leisurely spin, but trust us, it will benefit you in the long term. So hopefully you've enjoyed this. Give us a thumbs up, like if you have, and click on that globe on the screen to subscribe and make sure you get all of our videos here at GTN. And whilst we're looking at sessions, well, if you want some session ideas for swimming, you can find a video for that just down here.
And if you want to see a video that I did about getting a bike fit, well, you can find that here.